Welcome to episode 851 of Hard Factor. It is Thursday, January 6th, 2022. Thank you for cheating on the news with us. We got Mark, Pat, and Wes's return today. Wes, how you feeling?
Yeah, I've been better, but it's I'm pushing through.
You have COVID. You have the COVID.
I have COVID. I am in the COVID club. Yes, along with you. So
yes,
it's definitely Omicron. I talked to the doctor today. Everyone that's getting it now is the Omicron, which is more of like a body ache kind of COVID. So
you're getting like a different high than I got. It's like it's kind of like different weed strains.
Yeah,
you know?
I definitely feel high. It's basically like a mild flu, like where you stay in bed and you're like get chills and like a fever and like body aches. But I don't have like a sore throat or like anything like a bad cough or anything like that.
Whereas mine must have been Delta, just all nose. Just lost my sense of smell.
Yeah,
there's all kinds of stuffiness and snot. It's just different.
It's actually been delightful because all I do is lay in bed and like I've been binging Yellowstone and just,
yeah. You get to catch up on TV. That's for sure.
It's been great. No one fucks with me. Yeah. No one gives me. Yeah, it's amazing.
That's the
like you watching enough Yellowstone? Can we get you more Yellowstone?
I had to take a break earlier. I was like, this is just I need.
Well, they just want you to stay the fuck away from them.
That's
so you can do whatever the hell you want in your little chamber.
Yes.
What do you think about that? The female protagonist on Yellowstone, the daughter's just
She's awesome.
I love her.
She's good, huh?
Yeah,
she's
sassy.
Well, her and Rip, that's a power couple. Whoa.
Yeah.
Or Rip's Cole Hauser, right?
Spoiler alert. Yeah, Cole Hauser. Yeah.
I haven't finished season 4 yet, but I'm almost there.
She is something else.
Mm-hmm. A real hot tamale.
Don't cross her.
What else has she been in? Because I've never seen her before.
Not a lot. I definitely Googled her pretty quick with the word nude after her name, right after I saw her first scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, I Googled her too.
I don't really remember because the results were promising.
She's been in a few things, and I looked her up. She married a financier in 2012. I remembered that part of it. Someone rich. Boring. She married someone really rich.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Good for her.
Good for her.
There you go.
Good for Beth.
There you go. Well, you guys want to just news it up? Just jump right in the news? Just get the news going?
I think you got it, Pat. You're on the coffee.
Let's do it. Let's have a cup of coffee together in the
cup of coffee in the big time.
She's English too. There you go. That's a delight.
Is she really?
Yeah.
I wish she hadn't told me that, honestly.
Why?
Because I wanted to believe she was a hardcore Montanian.
Montananius?
Yeah.
You don't want. I mean, look, I'm not against Montana girls, but I went up there to Montana recently, and
it's beautiful.
Beautiful girls. Okay, guys, fun fact of the day. Well, it's widely known that dolphins are one of the smartest animals in the animal kingdom. What isn't widely known is that dolphins are one of the least trusting animals, even more so than cats. And we know this because dolphins, they sleep with one eye open.
Didn't we? Didn't you do this one before?
No.
I think I have. I've done a lot of dolphin ones, so it's possible.
Sure. All right.
Check the tape. Find the episode.
This is news. This is news to me.
No way you can, guys. Holidays.
What? With one eye open?
No, I know. It's crazy. They're like cowboys.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they're like grizzled veterans.
It's like John Dutton.
Yeah.
I don't remember this, Pat, to be honest with you.
Or like the dad in
Vegas. You got COVID. You got long COVID going on.
Yeah, I don't remember a lot, so that's not saying much.
Yeah.
Wes, how about that? Now, anytime you forget anything, long COVID.
Listen, I've already taken a snap of the positive test just to have it in my back pocket.
Oh, yeah, you got to have it.
Wes, you should I'll invite you to the COVID support group that I joined, COVID recovery support group, because these cats had COVID like almost 2 years ago now, and they are still struggling.
Well, that's not a joke though, because some people who get it really bad have lingering effects forever.
Yeah, like yellow toe.
For real. Some people who get it really, really bad, they like don't lose the effects.
Small stool.
Yeah,
forever. Okay,
small stool.
Yeah, small stool. Little turds. You should check it out. It's
one
great.
UFC fighter, Kazmat, the guy they're trying to make like the next big thing. He couldn't fight for like 8 months. He was.
It fucks some
He
people
almost
up. Who get
retired.
it, for people who get it really bad, it's like
Right.
hard for them to recover from.
Yeah, I don't want to downplay it because millions of people are dying, but yeah,
Well,
No,
I'm
got
really
it.
sorry.
You got the ace in the hole, baby.
yeah.
I'm really sorry I said that.
Yeah.
I'm very sorry I said that.
God damn.
No, it's okay. Did you really join the
Jesus,
group
man.
though? Because I'm sure there's people that take it way too seriously.
Yeah, I've been in the group for 2 years, man. I got
Just making fun of these maimed people.
No, did you know how many like articles, blogs, stories that I've started about this my time in this group, and then I've stopped because I was
Well,
like, I shouldn't.
You know what's a fun part about that group? It's always going to be convenient because it's always Zoom meetings. You know, they're never going to meet in person for sure.
That's true.
You could troll them and like have something that's not bad. You're like, my dick is still huge from COVID. You know, like something good happened, and you're like, you're just completely missing the point of the group.
Anyone else? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hilarious like that.
Oh no, no one else. All right.
Anyone else have the ability to pick lotto numbers?
Yeah, just something crazy good happened to you, and you're looking for support.
Yeah, some of the symptoms were itchy eyes.
You would destroy that support group so quickly.
Not
Blast
being
a
able
hole
to tolerate
through it.
alcohol, numbness in the arms. Yeah, anyway. This is my favorite. Anyone noticing foods normally digested showing up in their bowels? Onions, bean casings, veggies?
Wow.
Well, that's like normal, right? That's just something
Exactly. The guy's just having weird
That's
shit.
someone trolling. That's someone trolling.
No, Joe Emery Pierce wouldn't do that. Okay, guys. Holidays today. It's National Bean Day. So I bet Joe's going to spend a little extra time in the bathroom looking down. It's National Cuddle Up Day. William, it's National Smith Day.
Oh,
Cheers to that.
So
Cheers.
cheers to
Almost
that.
Smiths out there.
Mhm. And Mark, it's National Take Down Your Christmas Tree Day.
Oh, well, that's not going to happen.
Okay.
Is that really January 6th? Oh,
I'm about to take down the wreath on the door because it's bugging the shit out of me.
Good start.
But the tree's not coming down for a while.
has anybody taken it down already?
no, but I walked down this morning and my ornament, like I had like 3 broken balls on the floor because my
so
tree
you
is
got-
completely dead. So yeah, I've got to get it taken care of.
Just blame it on COVID, Wes. You just tree.
Yeah. Everything
Long COVID.
this week is just blaming COVID.
Let's get into what happened today in history on January 6th. 1912, New Mexico became the 47th state. That's pretty cool. 1925, Mussolini formed a cabinet composed entirely of fascists in Italy, a move that the Italian press at the time called
Aggressive move.
fascinating.
Yeah, fascinating. I like that. It's aggressive.
In 1975, Wheel of Fortune debuted.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait, 19 what?
75.
Wow,
Amazing.
Was Sajak?
I don't know if he was. It was a Merv Griffin show, but I don't know if it was Sajak that was
He's
hosting.
been around for most of it
It's crazy, man.
for sure.
But let's get into the news, guys. So Novak Djokovic, right, the tennis player, number 1 in the world.
Wait,
Okay.
what are you? Wait, what's
He
Mark kind
skipped
of
days
one?
in history. He stopped at 75. Okay, all right.
Oh, what?
Nothing. Nothing.
You think
Something
there's
happened?
something more recent?
Oh, on January 6th last year?
Maybe not.
We're going to be talking about that. Don't worry about it, guys. Kazakhstan is celebrating. It's actually really touching what Kazakhstan's doing because I don't know, they look up to us so much, America. We're going to get to that. That's going to be the cream of the crop. Novak Djokovic, guys, is going to get deported back to Serbia out of Australia after his visa was rejected by Australian officials amid a mix-up with his application. See, Djokovic got to Melbourne to play the Australian Open, and authorities noticed that his team, I guess when you're the number 1 tennis player in the world, you don't fill out your own visa application. His team had not requested a visa that permits medical exemptions for being unvaccinated. And Djokovic, he's not spoken about his vaccination status, but last year he said he was, quote, opposed to vaccination. So
I would
not
say
vaccinated.
this: good luck, COVID, with Novak Djokovic. The guy can play 5 sets and tiebreakers in all of them. And,
Right? Yeah,
good
you're
luck.
not taking Novak Djokovic
No.
down.
No, you're
Back cold.
Right.
No.
But you're
not
also not going to be beaten by Djokovic if you're in the US Open. I mean, Australian Open this year because he's not playing.
not. Oh,
He
So
landed,
Australia is putting they're not NFL and his Aaron Rodgers.
they're putting their boot down.
Wow.
Djokovic landed in Melbourne on an Emirates flight from Dubai around 11:15 p.m. Was placed in isolation before being told, "Nah, not happening, bro." Now he's been moved to a hotel, I guess, in Melbourne. He's under police guard until his deportation flight back to Serbia could be arranged. And Srđan Djokovic, Novak's dad, who you'd think would have like a slightly higher tolerance for what is an excessive amount of time to be held captive, being that he's from Serbia and all. He weighed in by phone on a Serbian radio station saying, quote, "I have no idea what's going on. They're holding my son captive for 5 hours." He's very upset. Srdjan also issued a stern statement to the Australian government with the tone of a football dad whose son is not getting enough playing time because the coach doesn't see his potential.
Tennis dads are insane, man.
They really are.
A team of one that they have to go crazy about.
Dude, they're obsessive.
That's the thing. Djokovic is what?
Such
He's
dicks.
30 years old. His dad is issuing a statement to the Australian government on his
You know why
behalf.
they're doing this, right?
Why?
Because Djokovic has won the Australian Open a record 9 times. They want someone else
They're
to win.
fucking with him. Yeah.
Yeah, they know he's going to win if he plays.
They're
You'll
keeping him out?
obviously win.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. But still, I mean,
He's
like,
won 9 Australian Opens.
maybe his dad should focus a little bit more on crossing the T's and dotting the I's on his visa application paperwork and not,
He should, but this is also just absurd to me because it's like the guy he will be fine.
Look, you play by the rules of the country you're in, right? It's their house and Australia's
That's
hardcore. His dad said, quote, "This is not a fight."
Australia needs to remove the stick out of their ass, I think.
Yeah, well, that's their choice. They're an island nation.
Have you seen his wife? He clearly knows how to dominate down under. You know what I mean?
Should look her, huh?
Ba-dum-ba.
You're talking about that it's not just his millions and millions of dollars and his athletic prowess. It's his ability to get it done.
He fucks like a stallion.
It's motion in the ocean.
He can play 3.5-hour tennis matches.
Yeah.
He's gonna be fine.
I think I can get you off, honey. Take a look at the trophy wall. His dad said this. This
Played
is a
53
quote.
games yesterday.
Right.
53 games. It's a record.
God, yeah, he's like a literal sex machine, probably.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She's like, oh, great.
Sting
You're
is
home.
jealous of Djokovic.
Yeah, he's a Sting. He's a young Sting, but an athlete.
His off days must be hell for her.
She's not walking for a week after his off day.
Without a good tennis workout, she's in trouble.
She's
like,
calling his tennis
wound
partners.
I'm
You
gonna
gotta
break
get him out
you
of the
like
house.
a racket.
You got- he gets like an ankle injury. She's in trouble.
Yeah, big trouble.
Anyway, his dad sent a letter saying, quote, "This is not a fight for the libertarian world. This is not just a fight for Novak, but a fight for the whole world."
Is he like a big libertarian?
It sounds like
know.
it. It sounds like he's using his son's platform to advance libertarian.
Right. He continued saying, "If they don't let him go in a half an hour, we will gather on the street. This is a fight for everyone." And that statement was issued about 18 hours ago.
It's not about my run for the Senate in Serbia.
Right.
It's-
Yeah. Major Spike Cohen vibes with that statement.
Big time. Let's keep it in sports, guys. Terrell Owens was once one of the most dominant receivers in the National Football League. And like a lot of the greats, the only thing that was as big as his talent was his ego. And not much has changed for T.O. these days. Well, except for maybe his age. He's 48 now. And also maybe his ability to play in the NFL. That's
You guys remember the sit-up press conference?
Yeah. Of
Epic
course.
in his front driveway, just doing sit-ups on the incline sit-ups.
He had like the cryogenic bed. Like he healed in like
The chamber.
He healed so quick, and he went to the Super Bowl with the Eagles after he like broke
Broke
a
his
leg.
ankle, right?
He broke like 2 bones in his leg, and 4 weeks later he had 130
It
receiving
was
yards in the Super
amazing.
Bowl.
He was the only good player on the Eagles that Super Bowl.
I know McNabb's throwing up and like can't get the drive going in the fourth quarter, and broken leg T.O. was just sprinting all over the place.
Just yeah.
Freak,
He's a real impressive guy.
freak.
Yeah,
He's a
that was
regular
against the
Djokovic.
the Patriots,
Yeah, he's
right?
another one that ruins his wife today.
You're picking some stallions here, Pat.
Oh, man. I wish I was Ronaldo's wife. You know what I mean? Yeah, but anyway, so yeah, not much has changed, including his gigantic ego. That hasn't changed either. With news of Antonio Brown exiting the Bucks, it seems that T.O. might be getting his hopes up because
No
on
way.
the Tuesday episode of the show that I had no idea he hosts on Fubo, T.O. said, quote, "I've been working out the course of this entire season. there was an owner that reached out to me at the beginning of the season and told me to keep myself in shape just in case anything happened.
No, there wasn't.
And to that I say, what an irresponsible thing for a football team owner to do to T.O. I mean, Jesus Christ.
It was like a joke he took serious. It was like an anecdote that T.O. took too serious.
You got to be
I
careful
love
with
wide
your words.
receivers though. Wide receivers always think they can keep playing. Like Jerry Rice notably kept holding on forever.
That's true.
And T.O. same thing. Like,
but
I love how like they think they can just get back out on the field and burn people.
T.O. cross pass with an owner that like knew him, and he was like, "Hey, stay in shape. You never know, I might call you." And T.O. was like, "Really?"
Yeah, Ocho Cinco came back like 6 times, didn't he?
But he wasn't 48. He was like
it was
36.
the equivalent.
Yeah, but when you're
telling a
elite
kid-
like Jerry Rice or T.O., like you still think
Dude,
you could just fucking
48?
school people.
Come on.
if you get on
Yeah,
the field.
it was like telling your kid you're taking him to Disneyland for his birthday, and then not doing it.
Hopefully, you'll never see him again. Yeah.
Yeah, T.O. was
We'll see him.
definitely rationalizing it too, being like, look, the 4 games max that they have left. They don't need me for a whole season. I can make 4 games work.
That mindset was part of what made him such a great wide receiver, though, is that he's just so confident and cocky. Like his knees are about to break, and he thinks he can get out there and just burn NFL cornerbacks. He
probably could do okay.
in his mind, it's 100%.
He's
There
really
you go.
good.
Guys, let's move on. News about the chaotic arrest of a 63-year-old South Carolina woman that left a paramedic, almost as sterile as a fully vaccinated quarterback, was recently released. And I think this one has a shot for Story of the Year. Guys, officials with the Charleston County Sheriff's Office said that the incident happened on the morning of December 28th when deputies responded to the Al Cannon Detention Center for someone who was left at the center by his legal guardian, later identified as McGee. And McGee, a report states, dropped the family member at the jail because he had taken a cell phone from her car months earlier and had used it to look up, quote, inappropriate material. So her nephew was looking at porno on the phone, and she had just about enough of it. So she dropped him at the sheriff's office there, and they were like, "Hey, what are you doing here?" And he's like, "My aunt dropped me off. Like, she needs to come get you." And he's like, "Talk to her." So they called her and said, "You need to come pick this kid up." And she goes, "I'm not going back there. He's your problem." And that's a quote. And after authorities continued to plead with McGee, saying, quote, she said, quote, "Well, then send a cop to come take me to jail because I'm not going back." That was the best that they were going to do. They really wanted her back, so they eventually just issued a warrant for her arrest, right?
She's legal guardian of this kid?
She's the legal guardian, yeah.
Okay.
Legal guardian. Yes, they issued a warrant, and they actually got her in there, Gene and Darlene McGee. And when they got her back to the jail, she was getting her Miranda rights read to her, and she became loud and boisterous, resisting arrest. And during the incident, investigators said that McGee grabbed the deputy's taser, pulled it out of the holster, and said, "I don't know what I'm grabbing, but I'm going to use it," which obviously made authorities very concerned.
That's a threatening statement.
I know. She was eventually restrained, thank God. But after she was restrained, she started holding her breath to make herself pass out. Classic move.
Again, very intimidating. This is intimidation 101. Yeah.
So paramedics got called in, guys.
She can hold her breath to the point where she passes herself out.
That's the classic. There's nothing you can do to me worse than I can do to myself, and then she holds her breath and passes out.
Life,
and they're
life
like, Jesus. They're like, she means business.
She was essentially saying, like, "Watch me die on your watch."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then waking back up. Like,
I can think myself to death.
She's passing
She's
out.
just wide-eyed with her, with holding her breath.
Good luck explaining a dead me to your superiors.
Yeah. I was fine a minute ago.
Watch what I do.
That's amazing.
And keep in mind, this is after the 63-year-old took out what could have been a gun, could have been a taser, said, "I don't know what this is, but I'm
grab bag, it's on you." Grab bag, you're fucked.
Should have disciplined my nephew. Anyway, so paramedics got called in because maybe she's really good at holding her breath. And when the medics got over to McGee, I guess she was playing possum, and she woke up, snapped up, and bit one of the paramedics right in the dick.
Oh, yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did she break the skin?
Doesn't say, Will, which means definitely.
Oh,
She
man.
got her teeth on either side of the dong, it sounds like. She got it.
How frightening is that?
No, reading between the
Very.
lines here, having read a lot of
I
these
told you she's
stories,
intimidation factor is high.
had there been no injuries, they would have mentioned it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, she got dong.
Yeah. She was then booked into jail, same jail as her
Oh
nephew.
man,
there.
that lady's the devil.
I know. She's terrible.
Biting dicks off.
Fake passing out.
Florida lady,
Yeah,
man.
fake pass out to the dick bite is a move.
That is
Mhm.
a
Just
hell of
playing
a move.
possum. You know what I mean?
Yeah. She's
Get a
doing
little closer. Just a
No,
little
she's not
closer.
passed out. She's playing possum.
Just a little closer.
You gotta poke her with the stick. Yeah, just-
Oh, she bit my dick.
You can never count her out.
One more step, buddy.
oh man. How many times has she done that?
Oh man,
A few.
that's true.
A few times.
All right, guys, let's take it to the top story of the day, or
The cream of the crop!
Okay. In a very touching tribute to the United States of America, the little Central Asian former Soviet bloc nation of Kazakhstan paid tribute to the country that they most want to be when they grow up. And they did that by storming government buildings in an attempt to overthrow their government on the anniversary of our very own little insurrection. Here's a clip. This shit is absolutely intense.
Where are they at? Their capital?
That's their capital building.
It's an explosion.
Is there going to be a guy who's walking with the podium? Oh,
Oh, that'd be great, wouldn't it?
Explosions.
I wonder if Yuri was there.
Probably. It was really
I thought-
sweet that they.
I thought you were going to splice in our insurrection thing.
No, that was just their insurrection.
Okay.
It was close enough to ours. And I thought it was really sweet. It was a Kazakh version. Yeah, guys. But U.S. patriots, they might want to take notes here because there's a couple things they could learn from our little brothers in Kazakhstan, and that's because the Kazakhs actually succeeded in their mission to forcefully remove the government officials that they thought were not right for their country, and that's because the entire government of Kazakhstan resigned.
Whoa.
Yeah, they said, we out.
like, yeah, this country, not worth it
Mm-hmm.
to stand in front of this riot.
Right.
That's
Good
not the
night.
first
Good
time that's not
Gonna
the
hit
first
the old
time that's
dusty
happened in
trail,
Kazakhstan.
fellas.
Kazakhstan's
This
seen
ain't
this
worth it.
trick before. It's like the lady playing possum. They're like, no.
They're sitting in like a 1960s chair inside. Like, this ain't worth it.
Yeah, nope.
I'm out.
Had a good run. I'm sneaking out the back door.
They got bombs. We're out.
Yeah, some are saying that the riots started because of soaring gas prices, but we know that this is, they don't want to say it, but this is, it's a sweet little tribute to us and our riot.
They
I'm
want
sure
us a
it has to
bit.
do with the unchecked inflation this year.
Some are saying that it's
globally.
gas
Yeah.
prices. Some are saying it's inflation. I don't know, but I think we really know what it is.
The miserable quality of life over there.
Right.
Mhm.
I make 2 shekels for work and gas costs 5 shekels
And
a
you
gallon.
sit in almost fancy chair.
Yeah, it's tough too because Kazakhstan's one of the most oil-rich countries in the world, and they're having a real Argentina problem over there. Anyway, guys.
Hyperinflation.
Well, no, just not being able to get
Can't
their fucking
it. Can't
oil,
get it
bro.
out. Yeah.
Get the oil out.
Was like the other one that has the 2 presidents.
I think is that Argentina? I think that's
Venezuela?
Argentina. I meant Venezuela when I said
you meant
Argentina.
Venezuela has
Yeah,
2
you meant
presidents.
Venezuela.
I get
Oh,
confused.
I got
a
you
lot
back.
of them down there.
I got you.
Argentina's got hyperinflation.
That's true, and hyper hot
And-
ladies.
Yes, and just beautiful
Yeah,
vistas.
the story we did yesterday where
abound.
she took off the regular woman just took off her clothes for ice cream. She was very attractive.
Mhm.
Great
Saw
soccer players too.
Yeah.
Fit lady. Yeah, guys, all cabinet members resigned, as I said, to the entire government, but not the president. The president says, I'm sticking this one out. Yeah, Kasim Jomart Takoyev, who he put the cherry on top of this honorable tribute to the American holiday of January 6th by taking a page out of our former U.S. president's playbook and saying, quote, the attack on Kazakhstan was an act of aggression by foreign-trained terrorist gangs, which in Kazakh loosely translates to Antifa people. So, yeah, it wasn't the Kazakh people that were angry. It was foreign-trained terrorist gangs.
But he's
that have come
staying?
He's sticking around, yeah.
He's not resigning. Everybody else in the government resigned, but this guy who's blaming it on his version of Antifa.
Yeah, foreign bad actors.
That's how. What was he? How high up was he?
He's the president.
The president, Mark.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say that's how you move up, but okay.
Head
Fine.
honcho.
Good for him. Good for him.
Yeah.
Sticking.
Yeah, I mean, I respect that. He's sticking around.
Yeah.
He might get strung up by piano wire, but he's sticking around.
Yeah, he's a dead man, but he's sticking around.
Right.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, is it better to be alive or dead in Kazakhstan? Does it matter?
That's true.
He's keeping that almost nice chair.
It kind of backfired on them because, they were trying to get our attention clearly, but they had to go to their old girlfriend, Russia, and ask for help, declaring a 2-week state of emergency and begging for Russian troops to come in and try to keep the peace.
Yeah. So is this President Pat? Is he one of like Putin's installed guys? Like, so is he trying to like ride out the storm while the Russian troops come in and quell the rebellion?
It would be worse if Putin got his hands on him.
Right? Because like there's places like that, like Belarus,
Yeah.
like where basically he's like Putin's boy, Lukashenko. I don't know if this president is also the same way.
I didn't get too deep. I know that he's been in government there for a long time. He was the prime minister, and I know that he's an absolute liar. So probably.
Right, maybe
yeah.
so. Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll see what happens.
It would be a testimony to how vicious Putin is if he's like taking on. He'd rather the entire country rip him limb to limb than deal with Putin if he stepped down.
It's a tough cookie, but luckily, just a lot of one-story buildings there in Kazakhstan, so windows are not a danger when Putin comes to town, guys. Back in the States, the Attorney General of the United States, Merrick Garland, he had a press conference to update America on what happened over the last 365 days since the attempted overturning of the results of the 2020 election on January 6th. And this is what Garland said. He said, quote, "The actions taken thus far will not be our last. The Justice Department remains committed to holding all January 6th perpetrators at any level accountable under law." Garland also confirmed that to date, over 700 patriots have already been charged in the January 6th Capitol riot, which is a lot. And in other news, guys, shortly after Garland's press conference, multi-level marketing company Herbalife reportedly filed a Freedom of Information Act with the FBI requesting the names, addresses, and phone numbers of the 700-plus people that have been charged.
Really?
Yeah.
They want to get them on
saying
the
it's a
roster,
recruitment tool. Yeah.
They're like, these people, we can get them in.
They're perfect for Herbalife. They'll follow us anywhere.
Were people like, I don't understand what's happening with Garland. Are people expecting him to have some type of like punishment for Trump on this, or what's the expectation?
No, people are pissed at Garland because the investigation that the FBI are doing is the largest that they've ever done in the history of the Bureau, right? And it's getting down to the point.
So many people that were there.
It's insane. It's getting down to the point where there was a guy who like got in a tussle with police, was interviewed by the FBI, was charged, was facing 3 months in jail, and a day before his court hearing, the internet sleuths, right? They went and they were like, "This guy's going to court. Let's double check and see if there's anything else out there." And they found this video that they hadn't found before of him assaulting a police officer. So that came out the day before his trial. Like, that's how overwhelmed the FBI is, right? They obviously should have found that, not internet cats.
They're not finding anything these days.
So people are pissed at Garland because he's been prosecuting low-level offenders, and people are saying, "Why are you doing this? Why aren't you going after like the connections with potential government officials?" And
yeah, but isn't that like sort of more? So isn't that why the 14th Amendment exists? Like, if it really was an insurrection, then isn't it the electeds' jobs to use the 14th Amendment against the insurrectionists? For the high level people, I just don't understand what the expectation.
No, that's
Merrick
not how
Garland
That's not how America works. Well, you punish the little people. That's
right.
America
So
saying we're
reference the
working our way up
IRS,
ladder.
reference the FBI.
Sure. So like, but
no, you punish the little people.
And
the
other
people
people
that
are
actually
saying
punish.
There's
the
2,000
further we get
actually
away,
punish Trump.
Will, there's
are like
2,000
the
people that are below poverty level that spent their life savings to get there, and we should throw them in jail for 15 years.
Well, you got to separate out low level and Trump
because he goes after them. But
no, it's just the middle. They're talking about the middle. Trump's being worked on by another group of people. The low level cats apparently are being worked on by the FBI.
He's
it's the
not
middle.
hitting the right rioters. I mean, give me a break. Like, what's going on? Seems it's been a year. Come on.
Well, they're working on it. So
Let's
yeah. Anyway,
move on, right?
yeah, I can't, because my favorite thing ever, watching these guys being like, "I just didn't know any better." One guy said this morning, I listened to his testimony. He goes, "I honestly didn't know they were doing like a ceremony or anything in Congress there that day. I was surprised. I was like, they're in there." Yeah, man, certifying the results of the election. That's
By the way, shout out Tim Kaine for staying in that traffic jam for 27 hours.
Did he stay in?
Yeah.
Took him 27 hours to get out of
Tim
his car.
Kaine,
It's his duty.
the senator of Virginia, stayed in his own state's traffic jam for 27 hours.
Yeah, but you know that he was calling and asking if there were any helicopters available. There's no way he didn't put in a few calls.
He should have gotten out of there. How the hell does he not get out?
It's like Keanu riding the bus.
No one on his staff. Yeah, exactly. No one on his staff like checked the weather or was like, "Hey, for a few minutes, can we get exit 218 open so we can get Kane off the road?"
And once he was there, though, he might have been like, "I can't leave, otherwise I'll look like a dick because everybody else has to stay."
Like a cruise situation.
Like Ted Cruz went to. Yeah, exactly. He did the opposite. He stayed in a fucking car for 27 hours in the freezing. Anyways, sorry, Pat.
No, that's okay.
All Beltway news.
Yeah. That's what's happening in America. But it's just we see you, Kazakhstan. We see what you're doing. That's sweet.
That was nice. Shout out.
No
homage.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. So I was looking for a story today because the wheel gave me story again, and I found one. I found one that kind of made my jaw drop a bit. So I'll just read you the headline. In fact, I'll read you a few headlines for the story. Okay. Here we go. Opting for pets over children is selfish and takes away from our humanity, says Pope Francis. Pope Francis slams, quote, selfish couples who have pets instead of kids.
That really hit home, didn't it?
And lastly, choosing pets over kids is, quote, selfish and diminishes us, says guess who?
Pope Francis.
Pope Francis.
Oh, yeah.
Guess who said it? Wow. I have to say, I feel like a choir boy after reading those. Attacked by a man of the cloth. You know what I mean?
So insensitive to people that can't have kids.
Oh, no, we'll get to that. Unbelievable, says the 80-year-old with 0 kids that we know of. So what? He gets to have 0 kids, but I have to have.
Well, he had to swear it away, Mark. He had to swear his away.
He did that for you, Mark.
How does it know I didn't swear it away? So he gets to have 0 kids, but I have to have, according to him. So you guys aren't out of the woods yet. Any of the three of you, more than 1 kid, or you're selfish. The Pope made these comments Wednesday while speaking to an audience about Saint Joseph, Jesus' non-biological father. And look, I'm not going to call Joseph a selfish cuck because apparently he's not selfish. Anyone? Wait, post words. I'm not going to call Joseph a selfish cuck because apparently he's not selfish. He's got a kid. Anyways, this isn't going to...
Yeah, but he had... Yeah.
This isn't going to get better, Catholics. I love you, Father Brian, and love you both sides of my double Catholic family, all of you. But you might want to earmuffs it from here on out if you haven't already. The Pope said, quote, we see that people do not want to have children or just one and no more. And many, many couples do not have children because they do not want to, or they just want one. But they have 2 dogs, 2 cats. Yes, dogs and cats take the place of children. Yes, it's funny. I understand. But it is the reality. And this denial of fatherhood or motherhood diminishes us. It takes away our humanity. And in this way, civilization becomes aged and without humanity because it loses the richness of fatherhood and motherhood. And our homeland suffered as it does not have children. And boy, do they love those fucking kids, don't they? You know, they gotta have the children over there. Says the guy in the silly hat. What did the Pope get bit by a dog or something?
Wait, was that the Pope's voice?
Yeah.
It was good.
You get bit by a dog?
He got bit by a dog.
What the fuck's the Pope's problem? Let me ask you, the Pope or the Pope, whatever you go by, does this look selfish to you? Does this look selfish to you? Does that look selfish? I look like a selfish picture to you?
It's Mark with 2 cats in bed.
How about this one? Pope? Does this one look selfish?
You really were enjoying yourself.
How about this, Pope? Does that look selfish?
You're loving that.
It's Mark with a plate of his dinner and then his cat on his arm.
Hey, go ahead, His Holiness. Let me know. Does this look selfish to you? All right, how did that get in there? That one's pretty selfish, okay?
Mark at a baby pool.
Mark at the baby pool.
Drinking. That was a little selfish.
Drink.
No responsibilities there. You got a large vodka.
A double gulp?
Yeah. Well, I don't have kids. Don't need to last around here, right? I don't know. Hey, look, where are your kids, Pope? You don't have kids or pets. That's even worse. How selfish is that? And let me say this: you get driven around in a car that sits or stands 1 person in the back. That's pretty fucking selfish. You never drive and no one can even ride with you. Get a load of this fucking guy's car. Look, it's not exactly a minivan, is it, the Pope? Huh? He's just sitting in the car. No one can
That's
sit
a
with him.
badass car.
Yeah, okay.
I mean,
Well, it's a
Tim
selfish
Kaine,
fucking car.
He
It's a
makes
weird
Tim
car.
Kaine look like such a nerd with that car.
That's
Tim
a
Kaine is
selfish car.
stuck for 27 hours in the ice, and the Pope is in the Pope mobile.
You must have at least 3 rows of seats in your car or van that you never wanted to own. I don't think so, Father. This is another shot at the gays, isn't it? This is the Catholics can't stop bashing the gays. This is what it is, right?
Well, they're so. I mean, the Pope's. It's his job to be a judgmental guy.
Exactly. No, I'm just kidding. Back to Wes's point: people that can't have kids or biologically can't have kids, or can't have kids or whatever. He said you should adopt, and then if you adopt multiple kids, you won't be a selfish prick. But I mean, who the fuck wants to do that?
Well, also, this is just part of religion, right? Like the Bible.
I'm kidding. You gotta go out.
Literally, like encourages you to have kids because they want more members of that church.
Oh,
Christian
so-
soldiers, bro.
Money.
Right, yeah. So like the Catholic Church, any church wants you to have as many kids as
And they're
possible.
very against abortion. He has to take that stance.
Look, obviously people are split on this one. Pretty much people with kids and or guilt-ridden Catholics see the Pope's point, and people without took it to the internet to post pictures of their pets in protest. Here's Terry Munson, and he's not happy. He posted this on Twitter. He said, clearly, this childless 85-year-old has not had the right cat. It's a picture of his cat, who he said is Enzo. He lets you know his cat's name is Enzo. That's what us cat owners like to do.
Saying that to the Pope.
Give
Wow,
credit
about
to
the Pope.
Enzo. This is Enzo. Yeah. And Sherry.
Enzo's a nice Siamese cat, by the way. That's
good looking cat.
good-looking
Sherry
Siamese.
Sherry responded to Terry with a picture of her 2 cats, saying, "Clearly, he has not had the right cat."
It's a fucking firestorm of cats.
Yep. Oh well, yeah, exactly. No. Let's hang on, Wes. Let's move on to the dog lovers. Let's give them some time here. Blake Squirto says, "I know so many things that are a detriment to civilization. Dogs are not one of them." And Blake's cute. That's a cute black lab.
Sure is.
Sleeping in the bed. Oh.
Here's what Wes predicted happened. Blake's cute black lab opened the floodgates, because in response we have here's a picture of Sissy G's dog, and it just has holy hands in the air with a heart.
Oh,
Right?
that's a
It
pit
looks
bull,
like a
too.
pit bull. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why she loves that dog. And then we have in response to that at Iron Robo's Poppy, and he just wrote, "And my Poppy." Like, just no context, just throwing Poppy in there in the thread, because he literally
Poppy does look awesome.
Yeah, he literally just puts up a picture of his dog, something he does at least once a day whenever he sees a good dog thread. He's like, "Yes."
And my Poppy. Just
Yeah,
every it's that copy every time.
he has no idea
This is Poppy.
how the thread started. He just saw a bunch of dog pics and he threw Poppy in there. But
Poppy would feel left out if I didn't get him in his thread.
Yeah.
Poppy has a bit of a dirty mouth.
there's
Just
one last one I'd like to show you
He's
that
a
at least
Westie.
gets it on back on track a little bit here, where we have a picture.
Adorable.
Bart
So
says,
cute.
Wolf
Is that a
says,
pug?
It's
Yeah,
a pug. Looks like
baby-
a white. It's a
baby
white pug.
pug.
I've never seen one of
Oh
those.
my
it
goodness.
says, "This dude makes every day better," and that's clearly a shot at the Pope being like, "How dare you? How dare
Well,
you?"
you
Pope?"
can't look at that baby pug and think
I'd-
anything but dogs are the best.
I'd like to see the Pope. I'd like to see the Pope. See that picture of that dog. And
He
so there
did.
you go.
He's getting all these replies, right? He's tagged on all.
No, that was to like an article. Pope's not online. So there you go. My opinion on it is this. I'm not going to judge anyone, unlike the Pope over there. Have kids, don't have kids. Say you're not going to have kids, have them later. Wear a condom, don't wear a condom. I don't care. And I don't care what the Pope thinks about me. Spain coming in hot, by the way, with the last word on this topic today. Or I guess yesterday, the same week the Pope ran his fucking mouth. Spain has now made it legal in the court system for pets to be members of the family. So when adult humans selfishly get divorced, the Pope's words, not mine. I don't judge. One of them can be granted custody or both, leaving Fido to have 2 Christmases each year in Spain.
Those dog disputes lead to a lot of violence. So that's
no, I mean, I think that's why they did that, because
Yeah.
people are getting killed over there.
yeah.
No one picked up on my Joseph Cuck joke in the beginning?
No, I'm still trying to figure it out. To be
It's
honest,
pretty
with you.
strong. So remember, the Pope called. Let's do it one more time. The Pope called people that don't have kids selfish, right?
Yes.
People that
So
don't have children
People
selfish.
that don't have children are selfish. So I said, I'm not going to call Joseph a selfish cuck, because apparently he's not selfish. He's a cuck.
Oh, because he doesn't have kids.
No, he's not selfish, but he's a cuck. So I'm not going to call him a selfish cuck.
Ah,
All right. Anyways,
Yeah, see, I'll be honest
Sorry,
with you, Mark.
Catholics.
You're going to get some hate mail there. I
Yeah.
had a similar take a couple weeks ago, and people didn't like it.
Oh no.
Now they're not here anymore. They left the show for good, probably.
Yeah, no, we're not getting them back. I did say earmuffs.
Look, the population thing is not going away because like now the Pope's going to be asked to say this kind of stuff even more because governments are getting pressure because their populations are looking like they will be receding.
People
in
are
the
going to be
future.
holding their dogs in the air at the next Pope thing.
Yeah,
Look at
so
this
there's
dog.
this whole breeders versus non-breeders thing. It's only going to get louder, unfortunately.
Who cares?
It's not.
You think this is going to make like guilty Catholics not take their dogs out as much? Like,
I mean, certainly ones without kids.
Like, yeah, they can't be seen with just
the
a
stroller
dog.
is going to be the bigger thing. The dog's going to run away because they're taking care of the stroller.
Sorry,
That
Fido.
sucks if somebody's guilted into staying inside.
There's
Yeah.
so many of them guilted into staying inside because all they have is a dog.
The dogs are going back to the shelter.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
well, the
terrible.
Pope said I'm a sinner.
Yeah.
Can't take him out now.
All right. Thank you, Mark, for that
Yeah, that's good.
news out of Vatican City. Always important to stay up to date with what's going on over there. And I've got some important updates about the latest in nerd equipment. Okay. So like scientific nerdy stuff. Basically, this segment inspired by one of my favorite memes of all time, the Fat Nintendo Kid.
Yes.
You know him?
Yes.
Yeah,
He's got the staff.
I didn't know
Nintendo
him until
control.
right now. But
You've never seen this
Shit,
kid?
No,
Pat?
come
No.
on, Pat. He's the best.
Oh,
not a meme
he's
guy.
classic internet meme. He's got the Power Glove. He's got the Nintendo Duck Hunter gun. He's got several
That
Nintendo
would
controllers.
be a Halloween outfit for the ages.
A cape. Yeah.
Mhm.
My guy right there. But I thought about him and I thought about what would he be interested in the news right now? Because pretty much everything out there is just COVID and whatever else, riots and all this. So let's move away from that. Let's go over to some nerdy stuff. Some have a good time with the nerds over here.
Mhm.
Yeah. So first up, as nerdy as it gets, virtual reality. VR designer and hardware analyst Brad Lynch has revealed a ton of information about the next Oculus VR headsets from Mark Zuckerberg's Meta, including the graphic specs and release windows. So Brad tweets on January 4th, says Meta Cambria coming Q2 2022 will include mini LED screens, targeting to sell 3 million of those in its first year. And then the Quest 3 is planned to include UOLED. I guess that's some kind of graphics upgrade.
It's flexible too.
Oh, nice. Meta signed deal to build production lines for these displays with Changexin technology.
Sounds intense. Yeah.
Connect 2023 announced soon after that. So basically, the Meta Cambria that he's talking about there is going to be called the Quest Pro, allegedly. So that's what's going to come between the Quest 2 and the Quest 3 is the Quest Pro. And based on that tweet, that'll be available April through June of this year, 2022.
What's the Quest? It's like the Oculus is like.
It's just the Oculus. It's just
like
like the
the
name of the
standard,
Oculus.
It's the iPhone.
Okay.
Right. It's like the Oculus Quest.
It's
right.
a VR
So like
headset.
I have an Oculus Quest 2 I got for Christmas immediately before they dropped the price $100. Right.
Ooh.
But, that's bad timing on my part, but it could be good timing on your part because, they're getting rid of that inventory of the Oculus Quest 2s. Clear room for this Quest Pro that's going to be an upgraded. So if you want to wait for the Quest Pro, you can get the upgraded graphics on VR coming in April to June 2022, or you can get the cheaper one down to $299 on the current version. And then after that, it'll be October, November 2023 when the Quest 3 comes out.
Oh man,
with even better graphics.
I was gonna say for the Nintendo kid, just a pro tip, and anyone out there who feels like the Nintendo kid, if you ever go on a quest and you say that to yourself to get laid, it's not gonna happen. So just throw that word out of your vocabulary.
It could
when it
happen
comes
with
to
the right
sex.
girl, though. You know what I mean?
Questing, if you're gonna go quest to lose your virginity, it's not gonna happen.
but
You're gonna end up with a girlfriend that you maybe dry hump. But
Yeah,
right.
no, you're not
You
even
don't
gonna
have a
get
lot of sex with.
Yeah, if
You're
you're
gonna
going
have
on
a
a
ton
voyage to get,
you're gonna call each other like your boyfriend, girlfriend, but you're not gonna do much.
But what if
physical
it's like a
stuff.
band camp thing and the Quest girls are banging?
I think the guy would back down in that scenario. Yeah.
You're getting married.
I was not serious.
But what do you guys think? You're gonna try VR?
well,
like
you
to.
get in
you
on
kind
it?
of did it for us, Will, and I'm liking living vicariously through you. If I could, man, it'd be sick if I could get a VR feed into your head, so
Yeah,
I
can we
do
do multiplayer VR?
through your head as you're
that's
doing
I mean, I
VR.
don't think that's possible. You just got to try it yourself.
Okay.
Can you do multiplayer VR? They're like, I'm on a VR and you're on a VR. We both go questing.
I think so.
Yeah, you probably could, but you're going to want to do the sensual experiences.
Yeah, it's because like you can attend weddings and shit from anywhere. So I imagine
point.
you can do.
Yeah, you can do that. You're gonna want to do the erotic experiences alone though.
Not with you
your
guys.
headset.
Yeah.
Can we jerk off together?
Yeah. It's talking about hanging out with you guys. Then what erotic.
Yeah, been a lot of times I've been jerking off and thought this is good, but you know what would make this better if one of my boys was to the left of me.
Pat's
one of my boys
avatar
was
to
to
the
right of me.
Do you guys just want to watch her hooking up with our ladies?
You look over and they're chilling.
This is sweet, but I wish I had someone to share it with.
Wearing a Viking hat, jerking off.
Hey, buddy.
Pretty good sesh, huh, Wes?
How's Reno? Whoa.
I can see you pretty good in this Quest Pro.
Yeah.
You see my girl?
Yeah, but that's pretty good. $299 entry. And VR is just graphics are improving rapidly this year, next year. Other console news, you still cannot get a PS5 or Xbox Series X anywhere for their factory prices.
That's something you should quest for. That's a worthy quest.
It's like a COVID test.
It is a worthy quest, Pat, because you can pay about $700 to $1,000 for a marked up one, double to triple of the original price. But you can't get them anywhere. As soon as new shipments come into stores, the resellers buy them right away, mark them up to $700 to $1,000.
Pat knows all too well.
Exactly.
Man.
Jesus Christ. PS3, Pat.
Oh yeah, bro. I waited in line for fucking 2 days, and as soon as I took out a credit card to get it, and the second I got the fucking PS3 home to put on eBay, they announced that they just found a fuck ton more of them.
Yeah.
It's not like that this time around. This time around with the Series X.
That's what they told me
Xbox.
then. Will.
No, but this time, Pat,
I'm trying to
for real,
get Pat to do it again. Too
the
late.
supply chain
I
and
would.
everything.
You think it's a good deal?
Yeah, Pat, get in on that.
Think I can make some money?
They're never gonna have a supply.
Had it been a pandemic when you were trying to run that scheme, you would have had better results because the PS5 and the Xbox Series X for real just out everywhere, never coming back.
True.
It seems like
Everyone's a Nintendo kid now because they're inside.
exactly. But you can get an Xbox Series S right now, which is like Xbox X Lite, same price as the Oculus, $299. So it's really not a bad time right now for video games, considering both of those are really good, fun systems at very attainable entry prices. So, VR option plus a classic console option, both pretty good at a pretty good price. Next bit of nerd news in the application world. We talked a little bit about this the other day. I downloaded Getter to test it out, and it's literally just conservative Twitter. Even the logos are just a blue and red version of each other. Twitter and Getter. The same exact feed, trending, which is just an echo chamber of each app, the trending tab, profile, notifications, etc. It's like Parler, but it works well. Actually seems to function well. So you just have red Twitter now. Getter is an option.
Getter.
The original Twitter gets two blue for you, I guess. I don't know why there's two, but we got two now. Red
Shit,
Twitter.
Did I
blue
tweet
Twitter.
that on Twitter or Getter? Shit.
Yeah.
She's getting away.
Same thing. Same exact thing. Finally, on to the biggest and newest piece of nerd gear possible, the James Webb telescope, fellas. You know the one that replaced the Hubble telescope. As we reported, it finally successfully launched on Christmas and is now already 600,000 miles away from Earth and almost fully assembled. Here's what happened just on Wednesday.
No, it's not.
The telescope team based in Baltimore successfully deployed.
This animation is what they wish happened. Will.
Yeah, there's no chance that
This
any
is
of
exactly what happened.
No,
This is exactly what happened.
No chance in hell.
You don't think it looked like this?
No,
This
I don't
is-
think it got 600,000 miles away and did that. No.
You don't. Well, it's gonna. Okay. Well, we'll find out in June, Mark.
Okay. And that thing got to the sun too. The thing got inside the sun and took pictures.
Keep listening to the alleged news then, and you can tell me if it's fake at the end. So as we reported, it finally successfully launched on Christmas. Now it's already 600,000 miles away from Earth and almost fully assembled. I showed the boys the
destroyed
video.
and in 5,000 pieces.
Mark doesn't believe it's real at all. On Wednesday, the telescope team based in Baltimore successfully deployed the tripod that holds the observatory's secondary mirror into place, basically completing the structure of the telescope as the animation rendition I showed you fellas. The next and final steps are for the installed parts to get tested and to fold out the wings of the main mirror. So this is what the main mirror is. It's just that full like gold array behind
hold on, that's not even it's not even in motion. We couldn't get an actual photo of the
that's
actual
just
thing
picture.
before they sent it to space.
Pat, it's 600,000 miles away. Was it supposed to?
It wasn't a while ago, right? It was here at some point.
Yes, it was sitting on Earth at some point.
There it is on Earth. There it is. Okay, yeah.
There it is on Earth when the people who built it before they launched it up into space.
Is that $1 billion?
10 billion actually was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and so the final steps are to deploy that gold main mirror. Now the sun shield is in place. You see the sun shield's
it is sick.
Bunch of foil below it. And the telescope still has 400,000 miles to go before it's locked into place between the orbit of the sun and Earth, and then it will begin sending pictures back to the Earth in about June once it reaches an operational temperature of negative 400 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty badass.
Sounds cool, doesn't it, Mark?
It's gonna send a bunch of pictures that are already on some guy's computer.
Yeah, Mark, it's completely fake. I'm sure you're gonna.
It's absolutely fake.
Yeah, well, I don't give a fuck if it's fake or not. I'm gonna enjoy getting high and looking at the amazing pictures it's gonna send us.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be like 100 times better
You
than
could just
Hubble.
watch a sci-fi movie too.
Hey guys, real quick,
Totally.
how happy does this guy look? How happy does this gentleman look?
Oh, that's when you got
Pat.
the PlayStation 3.
Yeah, it's right after I found the photo.
Look at that goatee.
I know.
Damn, you guys thought you were gonna make so much money.
We thought we were winning so hard, bro.
Oh no. Yeah.
No, that's it. That's the nerd. The telescope is the biggest, nerdiest thing.
I'm looking forward to those photos. Those photos, will
Sure you
even
are,
if they are
Wes.
fake.
They're
I'll
not fake.
I'll enjoy them.
I mean, they are the cutting
10
edge.
years developing this thing. I showed you I've been showing you like pictures of it in the lab where they've been making it. The people who built
the
it.
lab.
You saw the lift off of it going into space. It's
I
all
want
just
video.
fabrication.
Is it? Are we gonna get video or just photos?
Just photos.
Okay.
What do you
Grainy
mean?
photos.
Video of what?
When it
Video
gets
of,
up
like-
there, when it gets to negative 7 billion degrees, is it going to send
It just
video
takes,
or is
it takes super deep space pictures. So it's gonna
But does
be
it take
like-
selfies?
which you can just
once
make
it's
up.
fully? I don't know if the front arm will eventually be able to take pictures back of itself. Probably so. I'd imagine.
10 billion. I'm sure that went all into that
that'd be
weird
cool.
looking space thing.
Yeah,
10
but
billion
the pictures of like nebulas and shit, the pictures they zoom in on stuff, it's gonna come through the main telescope part where it's
Tell you
like
where most
all
of that
those
is this
mirrors
NASA.
bouncing.
Tell you where
it back
most of that
and
10 billion went to is the aliens in the water that demanded it.
forth. You think so? That's not. You think they just want to keep a lookout on what's going on out there?
I don't think that thing is going anywhere near where they say it's going or doing anywhere near what they say it's going to do.
All right. Well, we'll keep us posted.
Mhm.
All right, let's.
I'm sure NASA will as well.
Yeah, NASA.
Yeah,
Several
no, they
other
won't.
scientific
NASA will.
space
They
agencies.
need to
They're
do
gonna
better
send
about
us
that.
grainy pictures of outer space. There, look at that.
Have you seen pictures from
computer
the Hubble
graphics.
telescope? They're amazing. This thing is like 10 times better.
Okay. All right, let's go, guys. Let's do it.
It's time for the TikTok International Moment.
So today we're going to be going to Russia, and we're going to go to North Korea, and then we're going to go to Kuwait. Haven't been to Kuwait. I don't know if we've been there ever in the TikTok International Moment, but we're going to go there today for one of the most hilarious videos I've personally ever seen. First, let's go to Russia to talk about a murder case that even the Russian media is calling the perfect murder. Okay, that's saying something over there in Russia. You know what I mean? I want you guys to meet
They tried to
Alexander.
cover it up, you mean?
Yeah, this lady is crazy. This is Alexander Yusko, or as his fans knew him, Andy Cartwright. That's him on the right there.
What? That's his
The
stage
male.
name?
Yeah,
That's his Russian stage name.
yeah.
He just wants to
And
sound
on
like a just a regular American guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. He's like Eminem. And then on the left there is his wife, Marina Kokal. And here's a better picture of Marina. She's pretty attractive.
Yeah.
She looks like she's, got some freak in her. maybe. And she does. So the two lived in St. Petersburg, Russia, with their infant son while enjoying the fruits of Andy's success as a rapper in the Ukraine. And let's take a listen to a rap battle that Andy participated in the Ukraine. Here we go.
Шарахов, эй, что ты сидишь там? Кому упала твоя эпишка? Читаешь быстро, но не технично. В сухом остатке одна водичка. К-А-Р-Т-Р-А. И кратко ЕД, это картрать, пачка беда.
Okay, you
My
get it.
name's Cartwright.
Okay.
You look right.
Yeah. I love a rap battle with all dudes at it.
Yeah.
I think of my Andy Cartwright.
I don't know. I mean, it's if you not on YouTube, it's a very high level production they got going over there. So
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't know what he's saying, but the crowd loved it. Anyway, as happens with fame, when you can rhyme really well, the women, they come a scratching at your door. And unfortunately for Andy, giving in to one of those whorish fans cost him dearly. You see, Russian women are notorious for being jealous. So when Andy's wife found out about his little side hustle, she didn't take it so well. So she murdered him. She chopped up his body with a hacksaw and fed it to the rats. And
What?
more
Perfect crime.
perfect crime. Now, Marina says she didn't murder her husband and that he actually died of an OD. She simply disposed
Cut
of his body.
himself up.
Yeah. Well, she didn't want his fans to know that he died in such a tragic way. So she decided she was going to help him out. But some pretty gruesome details have emerged about how she tried to cover up the evidence, how she derailed detectives and doctors from knowing exactly what happened. And this is from a Sun article. Quote, many of his organs were disposed of by Marina, but the latest scientific evidence indicates that dismembering occurred shortly, a few minutes, dozens of minutes before death. Earlier, investigators had believed he died from an injection of a hard-to-trace insulin substitute drug intended for diabetics. And after she was held, Marina's lawyers told how she was initially accused of detectives of drinking her dead husband's blood and having sex with his corpse.
Where'd they get that idea?
Not sure, Pat. Some body parts were located in her fridge, others in bin liners intended for disposal, while his fingertips were fed to rats in the yard outside. It is
Holy
alleged.
shit.
They also said that 8 key organs were unavailable to them for like an autopsy. His stomach, pancreas, esophagus, gall and urinary bladders, intestines, adrenal glands, and prostate glands, they were missing or had been put in the washing machine. It was
What?
reported.
Wash his filthy heart.
So they couldn't perform a proper autopsy, basically. So not a drop was blood. Blood was found in his remaining body parts.
Don't shit on her.
So think twice before you purchase, that hot mail order bride. Unless you
She
plan on
says she
being
didn't
very
do it, huh?
faithful.
Fucking
Said
liar.
she
Does
does-
she work for NASA?
And she said she didn't do it, but she definitely did it.
Yeah,
So pretty gruesome murder.
she's
out
so
of there.
tiny too. She must have really got him when he wasn't looking.
I think
She probably drugged him and
Yeah.
then,
I think she did drug him and then
She's
just
playing
started
his rap
sawed him
battles to
apart, you know?
sawed him
Playing his
apart while
rap
he's still
battles to
alive.
him while he's sawing him up. Yeah.
Look, where you think you're going somewhere with this. All right, next let's go to North Korea to check in on that bizarre place. And yet another insane claim that those nut jobs in power over there are making. And this one's a doozy. So first, let's go over a nice list I found of some of the top bullshit the uns and the ills, the jongs have claimed over the years. So one of the best one, Kim Jong-un climbed North Korea's highest mountain wearing a long top coat and dress shoes. Here he is at the top when he finally got there.
That's awesome.
Everyone else is bundled up, and
Everyone else, yeah,
That's amazing.
yeah.
They're all like,
he's got wingtips.
You're so powerful. How did you do this in your presidential outfit?
No, he's
His
a god.
shoes are perfectly shined. There's no.
He's incredible. Number 3, Kim Jong-il phoned the North Korean soccer coach during the World Cup match against Brazil. Sorry. With an invisible phone he invented himself. So he told the world that he invented the invisible phone. He was using it to call their soccer coach to give him advice during the match with Brazil.
How could you prove him wrong?
Can't.
And people are like, oh, yes, wise master.
You can't. If it's an invisible phone, you can't prove him wrong.
You can't prove him wrong.
It's perfect.
Then Kim Jong-il went home and just laughed all night long that everybody believed him about the invisible phone.
And then all of his people ate invisible food.
Yeah, exactly. There was that one time that Kim Jong-un tried golf for the first time. He finished with 11 holes in one and 30 in a par, which is amazing. It's amazing if true. Kim
Incredible
Jong-il,
shot.
yeah, is amazing. He's never defecated or urinated, apparently.
Yeah.
And the worst one is that they have propaganda like this, which says that they have lots of food, even though the whole country has been in famine for years. So lots of claims, but this one, they've taken it too far. The newest claim coming out of the weirdest place on earth is that Kim Jong-il actually invented the burrito back in 2011. So here he is visiting a factory, food factory, the Kumsong Food Factory. That's what he sings when he jerks off, I guess. The Kumsong. Where he invented
the fucked up Zelda tune.
Yeah, I'm gonna go sing my song, sweetie. He invented wheat wraps, aka burritos, but defectors say that this is bullshit because they don't even have the ingredients to make burritos in North Korea. They don't have milk or spices or anything of that nature, and that everyone's starving. And he's never seen a burrito.
You said 2011?
Yeah, 2011. Here's some propaganda of people eating burritos outside of here. He also, in 2004, claimed to have invented the hamburger. I mean, I got to say, to his people who have no clue what's going on in the outside world, this guy is inventing all these things. It's brilliant. You just keep them in the dark, constant fear. Then you only feed them certain information you want them to know. Make them think you're protecting them. Should listen to you, and you alone as their ruler through media and propaganda. If you don't like the rules, you go to prison. It's a brilliant system, It
really is.
Never heard of it. By the way, the precise origin of the burrito is unclear, but the word appears in the 1895 Mexican dictionary. So, might have been invented before.
Probably so. But you have a great point, though. Being able to write your own history would be pretty incredible.
Right.
It's never been done. It's never been done before either.
It's literally like they're all his children. The people, the grown people of North Korea are just his kids that will believe anything he says.
Yeah,
this is just like the first guy that's done it in the internet age that we get to watch do it.
Right,
because he locked the internet out.
This is a tale as old as time. As
he's able to do it because he locks the internet out.
Exactly. I mean, if we get to watch it. It's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, before it took a long time for information to get places.
How the hell did Joseph Smith do it?
Yeah.
I'm just going after all the religions.
Yeah, you are.
Might as well. Might as well.
Joseph Smith one's hilarious. All right. This got a hilarious video.
Can see the golden tablets, but me.
Yeah. Out of Kuwait. And not going to get to say that often, I'm afraid. So check this out. This is amazing.
Man, is that a dog? Oh no, it's a puma, cougar.
It's a lion.
It says lion. It's a female lion. It's a lioness.
Female African lion.
Pretty big.
So what that sound is a very pissed off, like juvenile lion that had escaped this woman's house, and she's dragging it home like a petulant child after because it's hers and it doesn't want to go home. Yeah, her and her dad own this lion because
you don't have to explain why she's dragging it home, Wes.
Yeah,
it got out.
It got out.
Get that fucker back in the house, man.
Yeah. So apparently, it's legal to own lions and big cats over there, and this is commonplace. So the police were just like, "Oh, there's Fatma's lion," and they corralled it, and then they called her and were like, "Come get your lion, Fatma," and she was like, "Oh, he got out again." And then that's the video of her just picking him up, dragging it back to the house while he's growling, very pissed off.
He's so mad.
He's so mad.
Do they do wellness checks, like to people if they have lions in their houses?
Dude, I don't know, but I thought living next to pit bulls or worrying about escaped pit bulls was stressful. Think about an escaped lion, and that's tough.
Yeah, Wes, you could not live in Kuwait.
No, I couldn't. No.
That country is off your travel list.
Yeah, it is. But I'm going to play the video one more time because it's just so the sounds are just hilarious.
She's holding it. Oh my god!
Disgruntled growl.
It's flailing its arms.
It gets out. That thing could kill her.
My son did that to me the other day, and he injured me. That fucking is insane.
And that lion has claws.
That lion could kill her.
Fatma is good at dealing with that lion, though. She handled it like a pro. She's like, I've done this before. It looked like she's done it a million times.
She's trained it. Yeah.
So careful if you go over to Kuwait if it's on your bucket list, which I don't know why it would be. And that's
they have lions as pets and women that can handle the lions as women.
I was
right.
gonna go to Kuwait until I found out about all the lions. Shit.
And that's going to do it for Hard Factor. We got a lot of new patrons. I don't know if you guys are noticing all of them rolling in because people are getting smarter with the new year 2022. People are like, hey, maybe I should be smart this year and join Hard Factor's Patreon because it's got a lot of benefits and it's awesome.
And a year of built up episodes.
That's
and a year
right.
built up episodes.
Archives.
Up on.
You sign up for a year, you get free merch. You get merch discounts all year round. You get just invaluable insight to financials and stocks and crypto.
The perks are limitless.
The perks are limitless.
We actually just updated our perks too. If we hit milestones, go check it out. Patreon.com/hardfactor. We got a couple of things up
There you
our
go.
sleeves there.
There you go. So check it out. We appreciate the support as always. Are we spinning the wheel on here now
yeah.
or no?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
When we remember, we are.
Yeah.
When we remember, we
Give us
are. We
feedback.
did.
Is it okay that we only do it 2 or 3 days a week? Because we
Look,
forget.
the wheel has been spun, regardless whether you have heard
It's
it
true.
or not. But
It's
here
usually,
it
Shit,
comes.
we got to spin the wheel.
Here it comes now, live on
Live
air.
wheel.
The wheel. Okay, who's doing the cup of coffee tomorrow? It will be.
Spinning.
Oh
Pat
no!
again.
Oh wow.
Hilarious! It's
Oh my
Pat.
god.
Oh wow.
Oh my god.
All right, who will be the TikTok International
It's gonna
moment?
be Wes, obviously.
It's got to be me, right?
Yeah, it's gotta be Wes.
It's Mark.
Mark.
It's me. All right. Got it.
The W's will be bringing you a story. Some script.
Nice.
Oh wait, no. We got it. Who's going to do in voicemails?
Oh right,
and
voicemails.
reviews.
Mm-hmm.
Will again. That's 2 in a row.
right.
It wants me to do voicemails. The wheel speaks.
Thank you, Will.
Oh, and leave us a voicemail. 512-270-1480.
Yeah, you better get it in by like 3 p.m.
Today.
today.
Today, right now.
All right. We love you. As always, have a great fucking day.